7 days a week, 365 days a year. And of course, doing free picks, no excuses, just free picks. Normally on Saturday, we have a full round table of cappers with us, but there was no one in the green room. So I just said, well, let's just start because as we say, the show must go on. But of course, I'm here. This is Mitch. I'm here with Chris and Brian. We'll keep an eye on the green room and see what happens, if anyone else decides to pop in. But we're certainly not going to stop what we do for any of those reasons. But as you guys can see, I'm still working on my new set here. Kind of just threw it together so it'd have something here, but definitely the acoustics in here a lot better than they were, and a couple of the other things. The whole idea to give myself more wall space and more space to do some of the green screen stuff, as well as have an office workspace all in the studio, as opposed to throwing everything together like I did before. But anyways, we have some fun stuff we'll be adding as well. The fun stuff. Anyways, what are you up to, Chris? We missed you yesterday.
Well, I missed you guys too. We went got the long road trip into Baltimore, and now I'm just enjoying the sights and had some good food yesterday.
And lost your sound or something.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. How about you, Brian?
Oh, I'm licking my wounds off of a bad Friday, but Saturday's card, I really like it. There's a few gems out there, so I'm ready to get back to business.
See, Jovan was here for a second, but I could only see the top of his head. It was like all I could see was here. Occasionally, I saw his glasses, but anyways. Anyways, a lot of Major League Baseball action yesterday. I know I lost my $15 big play. I was on a 3-game winning streak. I had the Astros on the run line. It really, it was between that and another pick, and I admittedly, just picked the wrong one. It's like I like that over in the Braves Nationals game. I thought that's where the money was at, and some days it gets me, Some days it just roasts me, where it's like, but I had that as a premium pick, so anyone that had my premium picks got that one. I wore my Orioles hat that I won off Brian yesterday when I did just a solo show. So this is the O's hat. I did not give me that much good luck, so it wasn't wearing it, but he did pay up. It's sporty. It's a nice one. It's got the All-Star logo on it, which I had never seen before. See that? Nice, right?
Yep.
Brian's like, yep. Anyways, I see a couple more guys are joining us, so let me see if I can bring them in. I guess better late than never. Saunter in. Let's see if we could find the screen to even get them on here. No, that's not it. And let's see. Here we go. All right, we got Rod and Al Ninos joining us. Rod, how's it going today?
It's going today. It's been hot. Can't be any worse than what my last week was. So.
How about you, Al Ninos? How's it going for you?
Going all right. Still not getting all our picks right, but we're trying to.
Still trying to what?
Hit all our picks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sounds exciting. Guys are just full of energy today.
I tell you, that's the forever challenge to hit all your picks all the time.
Yeah, it's like was gonna say, man, that's not so easy.
Only on Twitter with a fake name can you hit.
Yeah,
can you
and
hit
if you
100%.
don't, then if you don't hit your
Just
names,
change
then
it to
they
something else.
change it back again. I want to be a Twitter capper. If those guys actually are making good coin, man, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Right? Anyways, we've got a bunch of games today. We will hit the schedule and see what it has. So we got the Twins and the White Sox, the Cardinals and the Reds, Cubs Mets game 1. Brian?
You just like to throw this to me so you can make fun of me when I give out.
Well, actually, you're next to me on the screen, so that's why.
Oh, all right. I thought you just want to make fun of me right away. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Reds here, plus 1.5 with Nick Lodolo on the mound. I like Miles Mikolas, but the Reds have been scrappy. I think they can keep it. Cash here on the run line. I'm going to take the Chicago Cubs in game 1 of this two-game in this doubleheader. I think the Mets crushing game 2, but as far as game 1 goes, you got Stroman on the mound. Maybe the Cubs' best option, even though his numbers don't really show that, but it's a revenge spot against his former team. I think the world will be on the Mets. I'm going to take the Cubs just to fade them.
Ryan, 0-8.
Hopefully get back my
Cubs.
3. I'm 0-3 on the Cubs.
0-8.
My first loss was minus 150, and then I took 2 dog losses. So
they were favored twice against the
minus
Orioles.
140.
Twice. Yes, they were.
I think they were
160 was one of them, and then the other one they were favored.
No, it wasn't minus 160. It's minus 140. But
Cubs were favored in both those games against the Orioles.
Anyway, I might change my. Normally, I stick to the same betting amount. I might go 3 times the amount just to get my money back today, but we'll see.
They were minus 112 and minus 135.
All right.
Not pretty. The world's on the Orioles.
I'll get it back today. Don't
Rod,
worry about it.
what do you have to say? What do you have to say besides going against all Brian's picks?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think I'll be taking the Mets in this one, not going against the Cubs. The Cubs, Marcus Stroman at home, he's been awful. 0-3 on the year at home with a 9.33 ERA. Yuck. No chance. I'll go with Taijuan Walker.
What about the 8-game losing streak? What about all the world is on the Mets? How about that one? How about like someone put a bet, like a $35 bet on the Mets in Arkansas, and move the percentage.
Move the percentage, right?
They did it as 35 $1 bets. So the number of bets.
So the number of bets goes up like that. That's what it is. That's where those numbers
They
come
did
from.
it
We
as
figured it
30.
out now.
They did it as 35 $1 bets or 70 50-cent bets.
Right. But we're going to go with the Mets here. Taijuan Walker in day games. He's been lights out 4-0 with a .44 ERA. Yeah, not going to go against that. Give me the Mets here in game 1. And I'm going to take the over in the White Sox in the Twins game. I think Lance Lynn, since he's come back, he has not pitched very well. He's been giving up runs left, right, and center all over the place. When he usually gets out of them jams, well, he hasn't been getting out of those jams since he's come back. And then you got Dylan Bundy going for the Twins, and we know he's good for a good 3 or 4 runs. So give me the over, White Sox, Twins. And the other one, I think I'm going to take the Reds here. I took the Reds yesterday, and they got me. I'm a little tired from that long road trip. But Miles Mikolas, you look, he's 1-4 in day games with a 4 ERA. So I'm going to go here with the Reds as you look. Lodolo he's been pitching pretty good. He's 2-0 with a 2.35 ERA his last 3 starts. Give me the Reds here. Bounce back, get a win over the Cardinals.
Yoel Ninos.
Yeah, I got a question for Bitler in this one here. Is Dylan Bundy still starting his All-Star game, or did he get cut after 4 solid outings?
Oh, but Bundy hasn't really been. Maybe at the beginning of the year I was a Bundy backer, but I kind of jumped off that freight train. I think today's an excellent opportunity in that game today.
So he was too good during the last 4 out of 5?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, right. So I'm going to have to agree with Rod here. I like the over in the White Sox Twins game. I think both offenses get going against these starters today.
Jovan?
Y'all, what's the 3? I
It's
didn't
the
hear it.
First 3 out of the gate. It is the Twins, White Sox, Cardinals, Reds, Cubs, Mets, game uno.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with the Mets. Just the Cubs are in a bad way. Marcus Stroman's not pitching his best this season, and I think the Mets roll. Um, you know, as you say, Taiwan Walker. At least in the first half, he pitches good. I don't know what what they hold, his pitching performances hold in the second half after the All-Star break. But I'll take him going into the All-Star break.
So Jovan lives in the city of Boston. I don't normally talk about like politics or anything like that, but one of my oldest friends, one really good guy named Chief of Police in Boston, Michael Cox, old friend of mine, really good guy, and congratulations to him, man. He's a good guy, man. He's like one of those people. He's just a really, really good person, and I'm excited for him. It's like I have two friends now that are like in these, super high official positions. I have one friend that's a general in the U.S. Army, and I have Michael Cox, chief of police in Boston. Craziness, man. It's like these guys have come a long way. Michael from Roxbury, originally. Anyways, in these games, I like the White Sox and Lance Lynn. I think he's got nowhere to go but up. Bundy in regression mode. So I'm going to take the White Sox in this one. And we're not even going to talk about the other thing. But anyways, I like that over in the Reds-Cardinals game. We've got the Blue Jays and the Royals. We've got the Washington Nationals against the Braves and the Colorado Rockies against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brian, what do you think of these three?
This is a very tough slot as far as free picks go, but the Braves and Nationals here, boy, the way the Nationals have been playing. But I think I'm going to take the under here because we know Max Fried is going to have a quality start. The guy gets better as the season goes on. But I also think that with the way Max Fried's pitching, I don't see the Nationals score many runs. And with Pablo on the mound, for Washington, Espino, I think he'll limit the Braves. So for me, it's the under in this game.
Rod?
And for me, I got to agree. Give me the under in this game. You look, both teams 8-2 to the under in their last 10 games. And yeah, Max Fried 4-0 with a 2.27 ERA on the road. So he's been pitching lights out as well. I think Espino can do enough to hold the Braves down as well. You look, both these starting pitchers are 4-0 to the under in their last 4 starts. On Saturdays. So I think we got a nice pitcher's duel on our end in that one. Give me the under Braves Nationals. No interest in the Blue Jays game. I'll watch as a fan. I like the over. I think we'd see a whole pile of runs. Interesting, so good.
I like the Royals. Chris?
Yeah, for me, this one, I'm going to go with the Nationals team total under. Max Fried wasn't sharp in his last start, but I think he does get back on track here against the Nationals. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I think Fried's going to be a big part of that. So I'll go with the Nationals team total under. And I'm going to go with the Colorado Rockies. They're a lot better against lefties at home, but they're still hitting pretty well right now, still providing value. So give me the Rockies in this one.
Al Ninos.
Yeah, I gotta agree with both those picks, but I'm gonna take the Rockies as my favorite of the two. I just think they're just a much better team. The Pirates put on some pretty good games lately, but again, I still think the Rockies have the better lineup here. They're at home. Urania, yeah, pretty not the best pitcher, not my favorite pitcher to back, but I'll take my shot with him and the Rockies here. It's not like Mitch Keller's much better on the other side. So,
how about you, Jovan? Did you know Michael Cox's son played at Michigan, running back? He did. He also, I think he played on the Giants after that.
No, I didn't know that.
I actually played football with Michael Cox. He was on our team. I went to high school with him. That's how I know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna push this Braves game to alternate run line 2.5. I think the Braves win by at least 3 runs. Paulo Espino hasn't pitched well in his last few games. 4 and 2 runs given up. So I think the Braves could smack him around a little bit. And Max Fried, he's been shutting teams down all season. I expect nothing less than than that from him. So I'm gonna roll with the Braves. Alternate run line 2.5.
I like the Royals here against the Blue Jays. I just think the Blue Jays are stinking it up. I think they're done. I think just a mountain of disappointment. I think it's the Daniel Lynch show. Also, the Royals 4-0 following a loss. Playing with house money after that win in game 1, so might as well. Brian, what are you selling today?
Well, I'm going to get back on track from that that terrible Friday. I'm all disheveled here. You can get my best bet, my titanium plate, just $15 at pickdogs.com, or my revenge 3-pack. Includes that $15 play for $50. I have a feeling today's going to be a big day. Lots of opportunity on the card.
Rod?
And for me, I got my $15 Bookie Buster. We've hit back-to-back Bookie Buster plays, so you can scoop that up over at Pick Dogs Premium, my $15 Bookie Buster play. Or I've got my Satisfaction Saturday 3-pack, where you get 2 more Diamond Crushers, and my 10-star CFL Best Bet of the Day included in that package. Scoop up Satisfaction Saturday, $40 gets you all 3 plays. Or best deal going right now till the end of July. Scoop my long-term year packs for $900. Get everything I got from now till next year. Best deal going. Scoop it up.
Chris Ruffalo.
Yeah, for me, I got my $15 pickoff play. We had the 7 pickoff play win streak snapped yesterday, but just means we get to start a new streak today. Got that $15 play, or I had that play as part of my Saturday Slam 3-pack for $40 over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Al Ninos.
Yeah, I got my best bet, $15 Grand Slam, and I also got a 3-pack if you're looking for some more action, and I also have more plays for everyone on the long-term passes.
Jovan.
Yeah, I'll have a 3-pack going up right now, and also my single bets will be going up, led by the Laser Show. It was running late today, so yeah, it'll be up momentarily.
All right, I got my $15 big play. I also have a bunch of other plays, so I'll probably throw up a 3-pack or some individual picks for today. I kind of like today's card.
Some gems.
There are some beauties out there. Speaking of gems,
Cups.
what about that Rockies Pirates game? I mean, that pretty much says it all. I think the Pirates are 0-37 at Colorado. What's their record?
Actually, the Pirates are very good in Colorado. I think I had to look it up, but I'll check that. I think
they've lost 4 in a row. They've lost 4 in a row in Colorado. That's for damn sure. I'll tell you that much off the top of my head.
The Pirates are 15-7 last 22 in Colorado.
Yeah, they're 0-4 in their last 4.
Okay, well, typically they play well in Colorado.
Well, typically they get their ass kicked in the last 4. The Rockies have covered the run line 7 in a row at home. Anyways, just throwing that out there. Just, Brian's the trend buster. He's the trend buster.
No, 0-4 is a 4-game sample. 22 games is far deeper sample.
Oh. Mitch Keller had 0 wins since May 31st.
Yes.
So.
I like Mitch's first name. He's all right with me. Anybody named Mitch, it's okay, except for Mitch White. I don't like Mitch White.
All right. Anyways, let's get to the next set of games. Got the Astros against the A's. Got the Rangers against the Mariners, and the Rays and the Orioles. Man, these are the good ones. These are the good ones. You got Justin Verlander going. You got Spencer Howard going. Why don't we go the other way? Jovan, who do you like in these?
So I'm priced out of the Astros game. I can't deal with that, but I'm gonna go off the beaten path and deal with a pitcher prop, Justin Verlander over in the strikeouts. So I'm gonna throw that out there.
El Ninos.
I'd go somewhere that kind of goes along with that strikeout prop. Kind of go hand in hand. I think this game stays under. The Astros dealing with some injuries as well, and Verlander getting the start. I think we could keep this game under 7.5.
Would you parlay that strikeout prop with the Urias strikeout prop? Do you think that's...
Why not?
I called Julio Urias a hitter's ballpark unto himself on the premium show today. He is. He is a hitter's ballpark. Chris, speaking of hitter's ballparks,
You're going to see his face plastered all over Angel Stadium today. But I'm going to agree with Al. I like the under in that Oakland-Houston matchup. I just think that Houston probably going to get a solid outing from Justin Verlander. Like Al said, the Astros are banged up. You're seeing really the power be taken out with no Yordan Alvarez in the lineup. And he will be back after the All-Star break, but right now it's not going to help with run production. So give me the under there. And I like the under between the Phillies and the Marlins. I think we get a solid outing from Max Meyer in his debut, and Ranger Suarez. While he's not the best pitcher in the Phillies rotation, he's good enough. And we had a low-scoring game last night. I think we have another low-scoring game today, so give me the under.
Marlins. I believe that wasn't in this slot, but when has that ever stopped? When has that ever stopped before? Rod?
I thought it was. I saw 410.
It's okay, Chris. It's your show. Where the rest of us are just here, just to root you on, just to cheer you on. You just do you. Rod, what do you think?
I mean, I agree. Give me the under in the Houston Oakland game.
I agree. Ruffalo should do him. We will cheer him on.
I like the under Oakland, Houston. There's 6 meetings this season, 4-2 to the under are those 6 games. Verlander on the mound, been lights out. So Oakland gonna have a tough day at the office getting runs. So give me the under in that one. And I'm gonna take Seattle. I think their win streak keeps on rolling with Logan Gilbert. He's 6-1. His last 7 on the road with a 2.47 ERA going against Spencer Howard with a start. And we know what Spencer Howard is. That's a trash can waiting to give up runs all over the place. I think Seattle hammers the Rangers today again. Give me Logan Gilbert and the Seattle Mariners to keep on a rolling. And the other one I like, give me the Orioles. They lost yesterday, so their win streak got snapped. But with Kramer going on the mound, he's been lights out on the road, 2-0 with a .51 ERA this season, over 17 innings of work. I think the Orioles bounce back and get themselves a win to start their own new streak. So give me the Orioles over the Rays in that one.
Brian.
I agree with Hot Rod, and I disagree with Hot Rod. I'll start out with my agreement. I love the Baltimore Orioles today with my guy Dean Kramer on the mound. I've adopted him into my starting rotation. Guy's been phenomenal. I think the Orioles bounce back today after losing yesterday. But for the Mariners-Rangers, I think every hot team humper in the world is going to be taking the Seattle Mariners. Gilbert's one of my pitchers, been backing him all year, and Spencer Howard is garbage. But his numbers in the minor league aren't bad. He finally had a good major league start last time out. It was against the Oakland A's. But I think on a Friday night, Texas plus money, I think there'll be way too many people in Seattle. I think Texas gets the W.
Unfortunately, it's not a Friday night; it's a Saturday afternoon, and so you got some issues. You got some issues on that.
Texas,
on that reason.
There. Give me the Rangers. Rangers Cubs parlay.
It's because
Brian didn't sleep.
So
his Friday night's still going. That's what it is, right?
Just to get this clear to all of our listeners and people that might be listening on the podcast or anything like that. If people think they're going to win, then they're not going to win. Because if they're the better team and people think they're going to win, then that means they're not going to win.
Their mom will have Seattle tonight. Even their moms are going to have Seattle. Their moms and them both back in Seattle. Everybody's going to have them. I'll take Texas.
Everyone's going to have Verlander. Is what they're going to have.
It's true. Everybody have Verlander, but he's awesome, so can't blame him.
Cy Young Award winner Justin Verlander. It'll be Verlander and Cueto neck and neck for the Cy Young as they come down the stretch.
Dreaming.
Cueto's just been sensational. Really, just showing everybody that Hall of Fame arm. I think that I totally disagree with Ruffalo. I like the over in that Astros-A's game. I think the Astros go over by themselves. Jared Koenig has been a I mean, he's been serving like no one's business. 6.38 ERA. Yeah. Gave up 3 runs against the Royals. I liked him when he was coming, like, when they announced he was coming up, but I don't like him anymore. Anyway, speaking of the Marlins and the Phillies, we got the Marlins and the Phillies. We got the Guardians and the Tigers and the Yankees, Red Sox. 2 weeks in a row, they've done this to us where they've thrown a lot of day games at us on Saturday and then kind of have 2 games in the 7 o'clock Eastern time slot and then 2 games kind of a little bit later and then 1 nightcap game. So they've kind of done this 2 weeks in a row to us. Actually, last week it was 2 7:15s and then 2 10 o'clock Eastern time starts, and that was it. I don't like this routine. I like it when they treat it like a weeknight where it's kind of like at least 50-50. Anyways.
Yeah, a few more games at night.
It's called Commissioner Manfred on the show because we know he doesn't return my calls.
I like this. Maybe I just like to argue, but I like this setup.
Of course you do. Anyways, Brian, go ahead. Who do you like in this slot?
I'll tell you what, I love the Miami Marlins today. I'd marry it if I could. Max Meyer, one of the Marlins' best prospect at pitching. 2.77 ERA in the minors, 1.11 WHIP. Going against Ranger Suarez is his first game back for the Phillies. Just think the Marlins get it done. You get a nice price. They're at home. Can't beat that. That's my play in this slot. Marlins. I like it.
Rod?
For me, the only one I like at this spot is give me the Yankees in Boston over the total in that one. You look, Yankees 7-1 to the over in their last 8. Boston 7-3 to the over in their last 10. And both teams 6-0 to the over in their last 6 versus the AL East. The last 4 meetings all hit the over. Give me the over, Boston Yankees. That total seems way low, 8.5. I'll take the over.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over as well. It's not so much a trends play for me as it is just looking at Nick Pivetta and Jamison Tyon's recent outings. Tyon's allowed at least 5 runs in 3 of his last 4 starts, and Pivetta allowed 13 earned runs in his last 2 starts. And both guys struggled in this matchup against Pivetta against the Yankees and Tyon against the Red Sox last time out. So give me the over 8.5, Yankees, Red Sox.
Al Niños. Can't hear a word you're saying. Sounds kind of better. Sound kind of better that way.
I know. It's a big issue, but yeah, sorry, the dog just busted through my door and started making a bunch of noise, so I had to mute myself. But yeah, I agree with the guys here. I think that's the best play here is the over in this Yankees Red Sox game. As they both said, both starters been struggling. Both lineups can hit the ball well, so I expect a lot of offense in this one.
Jovan?
Yeah, I like the over in this game. You usually don't see when 2 pitchers face off in their last game, them come back and shut down their opponent. You usually see some runs being scored against these pitchers because the hitters adjust. So I expect the over in that, but also expect the over in the Tigers and Guardians game, even though the weather conditions aren't conducive to an over, and with the wind blowing in, and there's projected rain. But I'll still roll with the over in this game. Kyle Quantrill has been regressing, and Michael Pineda, yeah, there's enough said about him. Don't need to say much. He'll give us some runs.
He always looks like he's having a good time. He's always got that big smile on his face.
Yeah, even when he's watching the ball get sent deep.
It's like, do you think like if he took the gold chain off, like maybe that would give him like a little? It's almost like wearing ankle weights, like in running with weights on, and then you take your ankle weights off and you could run faster. Maybe Pineda can throw faster if he takes off the gold chain. Not really sure. I'm interested to see Max Meyer. I think this is something the Marlins. I think this team's going to make a move. I do think they're going to make a few moves here at the trade deadline. There's only so many pitchers you can carry, and the Marlins have more than anybody. They have the most good pitchers. They have the best pitching staff in baseball, the deepest. Something's got to give here. And I think if they can get Trevor Rogers out of there, and maybe a couple other guys, then I wouldn't be surprised if they'll do that. And of course, we haven't even seen Sixto yet this season.
But who's
So
going to trade for Rodgers though? Mitch? The ERA is like 5.
believe me, you see at the trade deadline, you see crazy stuff happen.
I think it would be somebody like Sixto who has tremendous talent that they could get somebody
No
for.
way. Why would you trade Sixto?
But they're going to trade one of their younger. I don't know. I just Trevor Rogers. What can he bring you back though? Really?
We're gonna find out.
You want to trade somebody at the top when they have value, not when they're at their lowest.
We're gonna find out.
We know. What do I know?
We're gonna find out. That's for sure, because we're gonna see the Marlins trade some pitchers and for some bats, and they're right in it. They are very close to being a contender, being in the wild card race. So they have the most to trade of anybody.
I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs with their pitchers.
I don't think you'll have that opportunity. Something tells me. So I'm sure you were humping up on the Yankees when Josh Beckett had his day.
No, I probably had tomorrow. I had to remember correctly.
Nah, I think you were still probably smarting over the Bartman game. That was the Bartman year. The Marlins ended up winning the World Series.
Brian dressed up as Bartman for Halloween.
he's and continues to wear the costume every day.
Go Cubbies, game 1.
Where's the headphones?
Anyways, I like the Red Sox against the Yankees too. I don't care if Pavetta's pitching. We've got the Giants against the Brewers, Cubs and the Mets game 2. Some guy named Max Scherzer's pitching. We've got Julio Urias is somehow still with the varsity here with the Dodgers. This guy, I don't know, against Jose Suarez, and Padres against the Diamondbacks. Ruffalo likes to go against me a lot recently. I know he took the A's against the Rangers the other day, trying to beat me down. But I don't know. Maybe he's on that under in the Dodgers-Angels game. Brian, what do you think of these 4?
This is an interesting slot. I'm gonna take New York Mets. That's probably my public play. Mets -1.5. Scherzer's just a guy you got to back. He has phenomenal numbers. I think his WHIP is 0.83. So I'm gonna take the Mets on the run line in game 2. I think Drew Smiley stinks. I'll take talk about teams that stink. I am gonna take the LA Angels +1.5. Maybe it's my dislike for the Dodgers, but Urias didn't look good in his last start. I think he goes 4-5, gives up a bunch of runs. And I think they definitely goes over, and I'm going to take the Angels +1.5.
How about you, Rod?
For me in those ones, I'm going to take the under in Milwaukee in the Giants game. Like Lauer, 6-2 with a 3.29 ERA in night games. And the Brewers 5-0 to that under their last 5 versus our right-hand starter. 6-1 to the under, or the Giants are 6-1 to the under their last 7. Giants 3-1-1 to that under their last 5 here at home. So I think we got an under game. We had a whole pile of runs last night in Milwaukee and San Francisco, and I think we got an under going on this one. So give me the under in that one. And I'll take Scherzer as well. Mets beat down the Cubs again. Double beat down of the Cubs today. Who doesn't love double beat down?
Just one beat down.
I'll go with the double beat down of the Cubs today. And give me the over in the Dodgers and the Angels. Urias has not been good. Suarez has not been good. We're going to see a whole pile of runs in that one. I think we can easily get to double digits, the over 10. Take an alternate over in that one. Tons of runs in LA today.
How about you, Ruffalo?
I'm not always going to disagree with you on everything, but I will agree. I like the Mets on the run line. I just like Max Scherzer, and I like the Mets just to beat up on the Cubs. Again, because I just don't want anything to do with the Cubs. The Cubs are not a stopper team for me, and the Mets just looking to pick up steam. So, give me the Mets with Scherzer on the run line. I'm gonna take the San Francisco Giants. if there's one place you've been able to get to Eric Lauer this season, it's been on the road, as he has an ERA up over 5. And the Giants, I think, have a lot of momentum after that walk-off grand slam last night. So give me the Giants there. And give me the over 8 Diamondbacks and Padres. Tyler Gilbert, Sean Manaea, especially Manaea, has been the weak link of this Padres rotation for much of the season. And Tyler Gilbert, I think the Diamondbacks are just desperate for a starter at this point to be able to be putting him in the lineup. So give me the over in that one.
Munoz.
Sorry, yeah, I have a feeling we'd be hearing about Kershaw and not Urias today if the Angels had scored more than 1 run yesterday. But Urias, yes, he is coming off a bad start, but not having a terrible season. And I think he's been better than what you give him credit for. But anyways, I think I would still lean. All that being said, I would still lean to the over in this game. But I think I like the over in the Padres Diamondbacks game was slightly better. 2 bad starters. I mean, Manaea has been struggling, and Gilbert, well, as I said, bad starter. Right?
Jovan.
Muted.
Sorry about that. I don't care how bad Urias pitched last game. He's going up against the Angels, and the Angels are pathetic. Their bullpen is pathetic. They're just a pathetic team at this point. And I'm going to roll with them first 5. I think Jose Suarez gives up more runs than Urias or whoever's on the mound. I think the Dodgers are up at the end of 5. So I think that's a quick money grabber right there. And I'll take the Mets run line. Scherzer's on the mound, so roll with him.
Yep, I'll do the Verlander Scherzer -2.5 parlays up there. Take those 2 pitchers and parlay them together. Why not? I also like the Diamondbacks +1.5 against the Padres. The wheels are just kind of off the cart there in San Diego. I think it's a good day to fade the bad teams. It's kind of that time of year, and after the All-Star break, after the trade deadline, we're only going to. Every time you see the Cubs and the Diamondbacks and some of these other teams, it's going to be -270s and 280s against them every single game out. So you might as well get it while you can. Anyways, anyone have any parlays for today?
Yep. I got an all-star parlay here. I got the Texas Rangers money line, Chicago Cubs money line, my Marlins money line. Cubs is game 1.
And for me, I've got a your fee parlay. Yes, runs in the first inning. We're going to take the Pirates and the Rockies. Runs in the first inning. There are 4 straight runs in the first inning. We're going to take the White Sox. Runs in the first inning. They're 4 straight as well. And we're going to take the Cubs game 1, over. Runs in the first inning. Cubs 31-16 at home to the Yurfie this season. So Yurfie parlay, Yurfie birdcage. We're going to take Pirates, White Sox, Cubs game. All runs in the first inning.
Cubs have scored more runs in the first inning than any team in baseball this season. Their bullpen has also given up the most home runs in baseball this season. Ruffalo.
I'm going to take the San Francisco Giants, the over in the Red Sox and the Yankees, and the New York Mets money line game 1.
Al Niños.
I'll do Red Sox, Yankees over, the Rockies, and the Orioles.
Jovan.
Mets game 1, Mets game 2, Sox, Yanks over, and Dodgers first 5.
Mets.
That's spread.
White Sox team total over. Mets game 1 team total over. Astros team total over. Mets game 2 team total over. Guardians team total over. 5-team parlay. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a winning day. Of course, we'll see you guys tomorrow as we wrap it up before the All-Star break, but we don't take a break. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but let's just say, I don't know, probably get even more comments than normal about that I talk too much. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.